Good morning, you guys. Seeing the title of this video, starting this video, and seeing a completely different background. Obviously, my people that have been here through it all and has been following our journey, I don't even know what to say. The video that I'm about to share with you guys is very personal in a way to me. I filmed this in like a raw, emotional way. I'm not going to fully go through and edit it. I'm going to give you every real raw reaction. I'm completely fine with sharing this with you guys because part of me does feel as though I do owe you guys an explanation as to what you're about to see on this channel. I can't just start having things be extremely different and then you guys be like, what is going on? I need to share this with you. This is kind of, you know, the switch over to just inform you on everything that's going on. Yes, my background is different at the moment. I'm in an area you guys have never seen. I will fully explain that to you. But first we're going to start with what I recorded on Sunday, June 30th. The video I posted prior of hosting my family, that video ended on this day as well. So I'll just let my past life explain. So I want to use this as a form to kind of vent, like a video diary. I need to like just kind of have it recorded and out there while I'm in the moment with it. And I don't know if I'll be able to share it or if I will. If I am able to share it, you'll be watching it right now. There's been a lot going on behind the scenes here where we are building our home. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see at all. And some stuff has come about. Unfortunately, where the camp sits on the campground, it's just not going to work out. Keenan's family has kind of made it really clear that they don't really want me here. It's been clear since the first month into us dating. But, you know, we've kind of just put it to the side and pretended it wasn't happening. And now Keenan and I have been together for 5 years, and it's just continued to be put to the side and pretended that nothing's happening. And, you know, I was raised by a phenomenal family. I have the most amazing parents, and I was taught to be respectful. I was taught to stick up for myself. And I've been letting myself just take on all these words for years now. And I'm growing, I'm getting older, I'm learning a whole heck of a lot more about life. And I know that it's not worth it in the end to let someone try to talk you down or decrease your value in life. I've learned it's not worth it for you to just push things to the side and not stick up for yourself. So today I did that. Today I stood up for Today I stood up for myself. And you know, if sticking up for myself is going to cause atomic bombs, then it's probably not worth it for me to, you know, keep associating myself with these people around me. It's just not good for my mental health. It's not good for my life to, you know, have someone around who's so controlling and narcissistic and just thinks they do no wrong, and that they just can try so hard to control and manipulate. I can't see the love of my life continue to be downgraded and disrespected and belittled and told he can't do anything, or that he does everything wrong, or that he would know nothing without this man in his life who has proven to me to be a child. Mental health is a big thing in my life. When I was 7, 8 years old, I started having severe anxiety attacks. I couldn't go out in public. I couldn't go in restaurants. I couldn't travel. I had a very, very, very hard time doing normal life things from a very young age. And I feel like in a way I've been through therapy. I can kind of like take on a look at something and see what's happening, if that makes sense. Like, I can sit back and look at the situation and observe and know exactly what's going on. And I've done that since day one up here. I've seen the problems. I've seen the mess. I've seen a lot. And it's at the point now where Keenan's at his breaking point as well. And so right now we are kind of in the works of seeing what we can do to move our cabin, get our own piece of property a little bit closer to the people who love us and support us and want us around and cheer us on and help us out every chance that they get, and kind of just pick up from what our vision is for our life. We've talked and we've cried, and we know in the end that it's our decision, and that the best decision for us is whatever continues our lives forward. And we do not see our lives progressing or getting any better staying in this environment. We've fought a very good fight, but unfortunately the people here do not have the parts in their brain to see like their fault. Narcissistic personality disorder is a real thing, and it is a life changer in ways if you have someone or deal with someone who has a narcissistic personality disorder, because unfortunately they are not able to see anything from anybody else's point of view. So they will never be able to put themselves in somebody else's shoes and, you know, think from their point of view. It's always themselves and what's best for themselves and everything about themselves. There's no fault. They've never done anything wrong in their life, and it's everybody else around them to blame. And I just don't think it's healthy for Keenan and I to continue to feed that. Keenan does a whole heck of a lot around here to keep this place going. He's the sole guide, and I just think if we just step away, then things would just be better for us. This decision wasn't even made by me. It's been talked about for months now. We've had plan A, B, C, D, and E, and we've kind of skirted around it, and Keenan came in and made this decision. So Keenan's decision is he wants to cut ties. He wants to be done with it. I don't blame him. I just need him to think more about this decision. I just know that it's only going to get worse from here. I don't have much else to say. I've worked my ass off my whole life. I started working at 16. I've put my head down and got shit done. I have, done all the adult chores that adults do. I go to work, I pay my bills, I, take care of myself, I provide for myself, I've provided for Keenan, Keenan's provided for me, we are in this together. I don't think I've really ever, been someone to create tons of confrontation all the time. I don't think I'm an angry person. I think I'm a relatively nice person to have a conversation with. I think I can hold my ground. I care about my reputation, and I try to keep my reputation good. If I did something bad, I would probably own up to it. I will 1000% always own my faults. If I did something wrong, I'll let you know I did. I'll apologize for it. But there's just some people in this world that don't have that capacity. Their stuff isn't firing correctly. And there's nothing I can do to change that or help that as much as I would like to. People have to decide when to make their lives better and when to take that step in that correct direction. But I can't put that on myself. I can only care about me and the people I love and the people that have shown me love and the people that have shown me support and the people that care about my growth. And the people that don't show those things, I don't have the time of day for. I don't. It's like life is just so short. Life is way too short to just wake up angry and be miserable every single day. It's like, find ways to make yourself happy. Do things you enjoy, and yeah, life gets hard here and there, but it doesn't have to be every single day. So if you're seeing this video, or any pieces of this video, it's to let you guys know that things are about to drastically change on this channel. I really want to keep this channel going. I want to continue to pursue this channel. I have loved every bit of filming and editing and growing this. I've loved talking to all the people that I may have impacted. Some days it's harder than others to be able to hold a conversation with it, and it's because usually there's a million other things going on in my life that nobody knows about. But, like, the people who have reached out to me, the people who comment, the people who like, the people I've seen at the gate, the people I've seen randomly in a grocery store, like, I see you guys, and you are the reason I'm still continuing to do this. I don't think it's going to be continued on from this specific location. I don't know where the new location will be. But when that all comes about, I will 100% let you guys in on the loop. But that's where we're at. Keenan and Emily are moving. And we're taking our house with us. I'm doing much better watching this through. It's been a solid week since all of that happened. One thing that I slightly mentioned and I wanted to mention again is if you or somebody you know is dealing with someone that has narcissistic personality disorder, just be there for them. It's such a hard thing to like process and wrap your head around. For people who do not have that disorder, sometimes you just can't even like fathom what is going on in somebody else's brain, or you're like watching these things happen and you're like, it's just something that is so hard to process. What ended up happening after that day was we tried to clean up from our weekend, and then that next morning we just wanted to just get away for a little bit, think about our expectations of ourselves and what we want to do and our like goals and hopes. And so we went over to see one of Keenan's really like close friend, his only friend, and we drove all over the place just looking at like potential properties. You okay? To buy, to own or finance, to just have hope of living in that cabin one day. And we actually found a piece of land that we love. Obviously, there's a ton of stipulations, but we are working through that to see what we can do and what we can make happen. After that day, I then sat down again to discuss my feelings over more words that were shared. As the week went on, more and more words got shared. So here's that. So I'm continuing on with my video diary here because at this point I may like share this all with you guys. The last time I talked, what you just saw previously was on Sunday morning. It's now Tuesday morning. Yesterday we went and drove around looking for land for sale in specific areas that we'd like to move to. We found a lot of great options. I've kind of been trying to contact people this morning. One of Keenan's really close friends has some job opportunities lined up for him. The only thing is Keenan doesn't have a road legal vehicle. Keenan tried to communicate the things that are going on this morning, and we basically got kicked out. So we have 1 week to move everything. Our plan is to purchase land and get the house moved onto that land. We've already figured out that we can't move the whole house as one. We would have to split it in half, which there are means of doing that. And we have somebody that's actually willing to come over and put it on their trailer and take it out for us. It's just finding the land and getting it put somewhere. this point in my mind, my brain's like so messed up and so out of focus. I just like, everything's just so crazy to me, I can't even process it at all. So, Keenan's actually moving a ton of his stuff now and getting that all together, so nothing's left behind. I'm supposed to go back to work tomorrow, and I just let my coworker know that that may not be the case. Just a lot to figure out. So, I ended up letting my coworker know what was going on, and called out of work. My plan with it was to take that Wednesday off and then be back to work for Thursday and Friday, because Thursday was the 4th of July. It's a busy time up here. And then I was going to take Wednesday off so that I could get my ducks moved somewhere safe. And then I was actually using my father's truck to come up. And then on Saturday I was going to move my camper. What ended up happening was we got the duck barn and the ducks moved. We ended up spending the night at my parents' because by the time we got everything set up and down there, it was like almost 10 o'clock at night. So we stayed the night and we woke up really early to head back up so that I could go to work. And it was just a really rough morning. And so I ended up calling out again for Thursday and Friday. We brought my father's truck back up Thursday morning, and I decided that I didn't want to wait around, so I started packing up the camper. So at 6 a.m. we drove back up, packed up the camper. By 6:30 p.m. we were leaving with the camper to go back to my parents' house, and I filmed a little of that here, so here's that. Well, you guys, this is the end of this journey and the start of a long new chapter in our life. We're officially moving the camper, bringing it back down to my parents' house. My dad was so kind to let me use his truck so that I can haul it, because my truck will not haul a 33-foot long camper. Probably by the time this video gets posted, the camper will be up for sale, so there's that. Keenan and I have had a very hard fucking week. I've just, no one will ever understand. I understand that. He asked me today if I've been documenting anything, and I told him that I have been talking with my camera just to kind of vent, and he thought that was good. So with his approval, I will be posting most of this. You want to go see your grandmama again? No, I didn't think so. I know a lot of you guys are going to have questions, or you're going to have rude comments, or just not be able to understand any of this, and that's fine. Honestly, this channel, I started to just kind of document our lives and, you know, what we do and where we go and how we spend our time, and I've enjoyed doing it so much, and I really am going to push to continue this channel. We have plans and we have goals that will still be every bit of what this channel is about. This came so out of the blue that, you know, we're just not prepared for much right now. We're really just trying to stay afloat. I've just... That's just all I can give you guys for right now. But for right now, this is just our life and where we're at. I've been very transparent and honest in sharing our journey and our life here, and it has officially come to an end. And we're ready to start our next journey, I guess. So, after this, we moved the camper down to my parents'. The next day was Friday, and we went through the camper the best we could to pack up stuff that we needed. I just wanted to get back to work, honestly, and Keenan had jobs lined up that he agreed to be there for Monday, which is today. So I got all his stuff packed up, clothes, bedding, food, everything the best I could, along with myself. I have the great opportunity of staying here at work. That will probably change here in the future, because where we're looking to buy land is a ways away. Still in northern Maine, just not in this portion. So we're kind of just feeling out our options. So once we got everything together that Friday, I went over to sit with my ducks and just enjoy them for a second. And I went and looked, and one of my ducks had what is called a prolapsed phallus. I'll let you all look that up. And unfortunately, there was nothing I could really do for it. I didn't have anything on hand for it, and I did a lot of research online trying to see what I could do to help him. And everything just led me towards the vet. Luckily, I was a vet tech for many years at a clinic that I love, and I still call them my work family. So I called them on Friday and saw if I could, like, get him in there. Luckily enough, one of the vets that works with birds was going to be there on Saturday. The downside is Saturdays are so busy for a veterinary clinic. They're only open for like a short time in the morning, and they were willing to have me bring him in to put him in an emergency slot, and so we brought him in. What do you think? Awfully handsome. And his appointment was for 8:30. We didn't leave there until around close to noon. But he is doing very well. He gets some antibiotics twice a day and some pain relief in the morning, and luckily my phenomenal mother has been doing that for me so that I can be here and making money. But, you know, the old Emily was just so apt to try to, like, keep everything so, I don't want to say perfect, but just so in line. And as soon as all this happened, I had to, like, put all that behind me and just accept every little bit of everything I could get. So normally if my pet needed, you know, help in medications, I would be, like, so on my mom about things, and I was just like, whatever you can do. And she's just been phenomenal. My parents have helped so much. I haven't cried in a couple days, and everyone's just been so freaking phenomenal. My coworkers are amazing, and just people who have been there just around the block have just been so phenomenal. Briar and Aaron at Northeast Cary General, just phenomenal. Chris and Shelby, if you're watching this, you guys are just amazing. I told you I would cry last night, but I'm crying right now. My parents, my aunts, my uncles, my future new cousins, my everybody. I don't know what I would do without my family at all, and that's how everyone should live, you know. And unfortunately, you know, Keenan really only has one person in his blood family right now that has, you know, been right there for him, and we love her. But he's had to, you know, take on and accept that my family is his family, and it's really like opened his eyes that he's so cared about and so loved, and that, you know, even people who aren't your blood are right there to have your back and ask how you're doing and care about your well-being and making sure that you're, you know, fed and, you know, taken care of. And it's just been so overwhelming and appreciative. So this is where we're at for right now. Keenan's on the job for his first day, and I think taking his own steps in becoming his own person, making his own decisions, making money is going to completely change him for the better as a person. And I'm glad that I've started this channel so that you guys can follow along with everything that's changing in our lives, but so that we can look back on it. And like we can see behind the scenes of most videos we posted of, you know, how bad that day actually was, or what went on prior to this video that looks so glorious. And, you know, I'm just here to say that, you know, not everyone's lives are perfect. We're not living the dream, as many people say. You know, if you're up in the woods building a cabin, you're all of a sudden living the dream and this simple life, and, you know, you're lucky, and I'd love to do that someday. And there's so many stipulations that come with that. There really is. It's not easy. It's not a walk in the park. At the end of the day, it's nice, but is it really worth it, you know? And we're still striving to live that life. We will live off-grid. We will live in that cabin. We will restart, you know, building our little homestead. We just need to do it somewhere that's our own. The land that we sit on is in our name, and the home that we live in is in our name. And to just know that we worked and accomplished things for ourselves. And, you know, that's our focus right now. So thank you guys for being here. If you're still watching this, I appreciate you all more than you know. To those of you that have sent me messages lately and I haven't gotten back to you, it's because this is going on and I just don't have the mental capacity at the moment. I love you all. You're all phenomenal. And hopefully I'll get back here soon with another video to update you on how we're doing. But for right now, I couldn't tell you what, you know, this afternoon's even gonna look like.